Subscribe, if you like this video about my story, and other similar content. Be sure and click the like button, the notification bell, comment in the comments section, and look for the hidden library book in the video. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Once upon a time, in a small town not far from the forest, lived a young couple. They didn't have children, but at some point, they are looking to have a baby girl. In their backyard, they had a beautiful garden, where they were growing a lot of delicious fruits and vegetables, including apples and oranges. However, next door to the couple lived an entitled Karen. She did not like seeing anyone in the town growing their own food, claiming she was the mayor, and even tried to call the police on anyone who didn't follow her silly rules. One afternoon, the woman was not feeling well.
Hey dear.
My goodness, you don't look very happy today. What is going on?
I am having seasonal allergies. Only this time, it is worse than ever before.
Would you like me to get you something at the pharmacy?
No. As a matter of fact, I am craving for apples and oranges. Would you please bring me some fruit from the backyard? Because when I eat them, I am going to start recovering from my allergies.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
Wow, is it just me, or are these apple and orange trees smaller than usual? Anyways, time to pick some apples and oranges for my wife because she is hungry.
Hey, what on earth are you doing? You there, answer my question. Just what in the world are you doing right now?
I'm just picking apples and oranges for my wife because she has allergies. Do you have a problem with that?
Yes, I have a major problem with what you are doing. You are not allowed to pick fruit from these trees. It is against city regulations.
What are you talking about? This is my backyard, and I planted these apple and orange trees. And my wife and I usually pick these apples and oranges to eat or make apple juice or orange juice.
It doesn't matter. The rules state that it is illegal to pick fruit from city-owned trees, unless you have a permit from the city government. And you don't have a permit, do you?
Look, you entitled little brat. I have lived here all of my life, and my family has had a tradition of picking the fruits from their trees, in big part because it is cheaper than going to the grocery store frequently.
Did you just call me a brat? Because I can sue you in court for that. Not to mention I can also have you arrested. Do you want to know who I am?
No, I don't. Now, if you will go away and leave me alone so I can keep picking fruit for my wife, that will be awesome. Besides, my wife and I are going to have our first child in several months.
I am the town mayor, and I own this garden, so you are not allowed to take any of the fruit from any of the trees, unless you have a permit. And I am saying, you have to go to the town hall to get a permit.
No, you do not own this garden. I have lived in this house for 4 years.
Well, I can also see that you're very behind on your mortgage payments, and I am going to have the bank confiscate your house.
Look, I already paid for this house, and I do not have any mortgages to pay.
Are you seriously living off of your parents' income? Because that is what it looks like to me. Go get a job, take care of those late mortgage payments and then get a permit to pick more fruits from the trees.
I already have a job. In fact, I am the owner of a restaurant in the town square. And like I told you, I already paid for this house. Now, go away, and leave me alone, or I am going to call the police. Okay?
And if you call the police, I will tell them that you were trying to sell everything in my house on eBay, and that you also took my daughter's cell phone and threw it in the river.
Look lady, I don't have time for this nonsense. Now, for the last time, go away, and leave me alone.
Okay, I will leave you alone, but only under one condition.
And what is that?
When your baby is born, you have to put him or her up for adoption, and only I will be the one adopting the baby. How does that sound? Answer my question right now. Well,
Okay, I will put the baby up for adoption. As long as you leave me alone.
And if you don't give me the baby for adoption, then there will be very serious consequences, like being sued for billions in court.
What an entitled little brat.
Around 8 months later, the baby was born.
That is a very beautiful baby, and I am happy about the fact that now we have our first child.
I agree with you 130%. Now let's think of what to name the baby.
Let's name her Rapunzel.
That is a very unique and a beautiful name.
Soon, Karen came to the house and knocked on the door.
Who could it be this time?
I don't know, but it better not be that entitled Karen.
Just as I thought. What are you doing with my child?
Look, you entitled brat, this is our child, and she was born a few hours ago. What is your problem?
Don't you call me names, okay? And the problem is, we have an agreement that you will hand over the baby if you want to eat the food from my garden.
I totally forgot about it.
Karen, here is the baby.
Thank you very much. Well, I better get going, but if you cause any more trouble for me, you will face even more consequences.
And you'd better take very good care of the baby, okay?
Over the years, Rapunzel became a beautiful girl with long brown hair. But because of limitations when creating her in comedy world, Rapunzel's hair isn't as long as in the original fairy tale, so let's pretend as if her hair is as long as a baseball field. But when Rapunzel was 17 years old, Karen moved her to a small tower in the forest, and she could not leave because the tower had no stairs, no elevators, and no doors. But at the same time, she was very happy with the view outside of the window, and was thinking about getting out into the real world someday. Every morning, Karen would visit Rapunzel in the tower.
Good morning, Rapunzel. Can you let down your hair so I can give you your daily lecture?
What do you want now, Karen?
I said, can you let down your hair so I can come into the tower and tell you something very important?
Not now, I have to get ready for online class, which starts in 30 minutes. I have to get my homework assignments ready to submit to my teacher, and if I am late, this will be my 5th tardy, and my grade will get lower as a result.
I don't care. Let me into the tower, and let down your hair. Stop being so self-entitled.
Rapunzel let down her hair, and Karen climbed up the tower to see her.
Excuse me, but what are you doing with the computer at your desk?
I already told you, I need it for school, and in exactly 30 minutes, I have to log into the Zoom meeting with my class. Do you have a problem with that?
Of course I have a problem. How many times did I tell you that you are not allowed to go to online school, because I am also your teacher, and you're supposed to be doing my assignments?
Look, my school has switched to remote learning for the next couple of weeks, and in the past few days, my grades have been getting lower mainly because you make me late to class, and you even erase all of my homework assignments.
I don't care. You're only allowed to be getting your education from me. And furthermore, that computer is mine for your information.
That is actually my computer because I've had it since I was 12. Now you're saying that I can't go into Zoom meetings?
Yes, and I am going to make sure that you miss all of your Zoom classes so that you can continue getting your education with me, and I don't offer online classes because everything is in person.
If I were you, I would get out of the tower before I call the police.
I own everything in this tower, so no, I am not going to get arrested. Nice try though. Now, if you will let down your hair again, so I can head back to my town and I will see you tomorrow morning.
Now that Karen left, I can finally get ready for school. and I will pull up a chair to my desk, then log into Zoom.
Every afternoon, whenever Rapunzel got finished with her online classes, she would play the piano. And what a talented musician she became to be. Meanwhile, the mayor's son was able to hear Rapunzel's piano music when he was walking through the forest, and he arrived outside of the tower. Every morning, he could also hear Karen calling to Rapunzel to let down her hair, so he decided to do the same thing.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Hey, who are you?
Rapunzel, I am the town mayor's son. And it's a pleasure to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you as well.
So, would you like to go out into the real world?
Absolutely, I am so tired of living in this tower, not being able to do anything. And Karen even grounds me for substantial amounts of time for not following her ridiculous rules. Let's figure out a plan so I can get out of here, and go back into the town. Do you have any ideas?
I can create a staircase with GoAnimate logic, leading from this room down to the ground floor.
Really, that is so amazing.
Watch, and I will show you. Ungrounded, 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 ungrounded.
At last, we're going to leave the tower, and go back into the town.
But just as Rapunzel and the mayor's son were headed back to town, they noticed Karen walking towards the tower.
Rapunzel, what are you doing here in the forest? And young man, did you help her leave the tower?
Karen, I have already had enough with the way you treated me, and it's about time I head out into the real world. You never showed any respect for me. All you did was ground me for very long periods of time, and make up really stupid rules for me to follow.
Well, you two are not allowed here because I own the forest. Only I can be here, no one else can.
No, you don't own the forest. This is a public space, and many people from the town use this trail to go to the lake, or whatnot.
Yes, I own the forest, and I even own the town, which you are not permitted to enter.
You're being very deluded, like always. The world does not revolve around you, and you can't get everything you want, 24/7, all days of the year.
Did you just insult me, again? For this, you are going to go back to the tower for 1784623919206412908735213532890895390 billion Googleplex generations.
But before Karen could take Rapunzel back to the tower, a park ranger showed up to see what was going on.
I just heard some commotion going on. What is the problem here?
Officer, thank goodness you're here. My daughter escaped the tower with this young man. Both of them are trying to take trees from the forest.
No, that is not true at all. Rapunzel and I were headed back to the town, when Karen approached us, and claimed that she owns both the forest and the town, and that only she was allowed to be in both places.
She has been grounding me like non-stop, every single day, and sometimes, she made me late for school and even miss assignments and fail some of my exams.
I have to agree with everything they are telling me, because every morning I have been walking through the forest, and Karen, all you have been doing is yelling at Rapunzel for very silly reasons, not letting her out into the real world. For this, you are banned from the forest, and the town, indefinitely. Now, come with me, and I will take you to the bus station.
Just you wait, Rapunzel, I am going to be suing you in court for tens of millions of dollars.
With Karen no longer to be seen again in the forest or in the town, Rapunzel and the mayor's son eventually moved into the house where Rapunzel's parents used to live just a few years later. Rapunzel also decided to cut her hair, and they continue to pick fruits from their garden for eating and making juice. And they lived happily ever after.